38. Complete and balance each of the following half reactions, which is only steps 2 through 5 in the half reaction method. And then they give us letter G. So we have to balance MnO2 solid, that's an ugly S, yields permanganate ion, which is MnO4 minus, right? Okay. And they want us to do it in a basic solution this time. All right. So I go down here, right? And these are basically all the steps that you have to do when you're balancing in a basic solution. But, step number 1 is get the acidic answer. Ugh. Hate that. The acid solution is the worst part, guys. And you're going to have to do the acidic solution every single time, whether they say balance in a basic solution. So I have to first get the acidic answer. So now I'm back up to here. These are all of the steps in balancing an acidic solution for a redox reaction. However, since they only gave us a half reaction, we only have to do a few of these steps. But let's get to it, all right? So we can skip over step number 1 because they gave us the half reactions already. So I don't have to do any of that. They did it for me. Thank you very much. And now we just work through 2 through 5. Make sure that you know these steps in order, because if you try to, mess these steps up, the balancing's not going to work. So these are in a very specific order. The first thing, or number 2, step 2, but the first thing we're going to do is balance all the elements except hydrogen and except oxygen. You're not going to touch hydrogen or touch oxygen balancing in this step. So I'm not going to touch this oxygen, and I'm not going to touch this oxygen. But there's one other element, right? Mn, manganese. So we just have to balance that. Well, looks like I have 1 manganese on the reactant side, and I got 1 manganese on the product side. So that's already balanced. So I checked, but since it's already balanced for me, I don't have to do this step. So that's done. The next step is we got to balance oxygen. So balance oxygen by adding H2O. And here's a little trick, right? If you want to add 1 oxygen to either the left or the right side, you add it in terms of 1 H2O. So for every oxygen you need, that's how many H2Os you're going to add. So if you need to add 2 oxygens, you'll add 2 H2Os. 3 oxygens, 3 H2Os. Now let's see. Here's the oxygen right on the left-hand side, and it looks like I have 2 oxygens on the left side. And here's an oxygen on the product side, and it looks like I have 4. So which side needs the oxygen? The left side. How many do I need? Well, I need to go from a 2 to a 4. So I need 2 more. 2 plus 2 is 4. So if I need 2 oxygen, I will add 2 H2O. And now the oxygens are balanced. Cool. That gets rid of step 3. Now we go for the hydrogen. So you want to balance the hydrogen by adding H+. Don't forget that plus in the upper right-hand corner. And the same type of rule applies here. If you need to add 1 hydrogen, you will add it as 1 H+. And technically it's a +1. But usually if you just say plus, it's assumed that it's a +1. So if you need to add 2 hydrogens, you add 2 H+. If you need to add 3 hydrogens, you need to add 3 H+. The same type of rule applies. So let's see, let's go back. Let's go back to the drawing board. So on the left-hand side, do I have any hydrogens? Yeah, I have a hydrogen here, right? How many? Well, I have 2 hydrogens, but now it's being multiplied by 2. So 2 times 2 would be a total of 4 hydrogen on my left side. And I look over here and I don't have any hydrogen. So I have none. So I need to add hydrogen on this side. And we add it in terms of H+, right? How many hydrogens do I need to add? I need to add 4, right? Because I have 0. So I will add 4 H+. That's the end for that step. We're getting it, guys. So this step's done. Now we're going to add electrons. So we basically have to balance the charges. So we add electrons, which are E negative, right? E negative. And remember, electrons are negative, so that's why they have the negative charge on the upper right-hand corner. And you're always going to add them to the more positive side, bringing them down to the more negative side. That means that I have to find the total charges for the left and the right side. What I like to do is I like to just make a little break. It looks nice and neat and cute. And all you're going to do is you just need to find the overall charge of the individual components. You don't need to find out the individual charges of hydrogen and oxygen. You just need to find out what the overall charge of H2O is. And all you're doing, and you do it for the same thing for all of these. And all you're doing is you're just looking in that upper right-hand corner. But for both of these, right, I don't see a charge, right? Even if you look back here, there was no charge. Like this one has a charge. This one has a charge. But for these, there's no charges up there. So that means that these compounds are neutral. And if they're neutral, what number is it, right? It's not a positive, it's not a negative, it's 0. 0 is the only number in which it's not positive or negative. Doesn't matter how many I have, right? Anytime that I multiply anything by 0 is 0. So 0 plus 0, because this overall charge is 0, plus this overall charge is 0, my overall charge on this side would just be a 0, and I'm going to hold that off. Okay. Now we do this one. Now we do see a charge, right? I do see a negative here. And if it's just a negative, it's assumed that it's a -1. But now how many MnO4s do I have? Well, I have only one, right? There's no number in the front. So 1 times a -1 is a -1. Plus, it's coming in with this charge. Well, I see a charge in the upper right-hand corner. It's just a plus, so I assume that it's a +1. And in this case, I have 4 of them. So I have to multiply 4 times a +1. So that's a +4. So I have a -1 charge from the MnO4, and I have a +4 from the hydrogen, right? And I have to add them together. So -1, right? Maybe I'll -1 plus a +4, aka -1 plus 4, or 4 minus 1, is a +3. And that's the overall charge for the product side. Now we're ready to balance the electrons, or balance the charges by adding the electrons. You add the electrons to the more positive side. So which one is more positive? Yeah, this number is higher than a 0, right? So I know I'm going to add the electrons on this side. However, how many electrons do I add? How many numbers are in between 0 and 3, right? How many numbers does it take for me to get from a 3 to a 0? Right? Bunny hops, it takes me 3 numbers, right? 3 bunny hops. So I need to add 3 electrons. So that's all that you're doing. You're just seeing how many numbers is the difference between these. And that's how many electrons you add. Now the charges are balanced. This is your acidic answer. So we're done with the acidic solution. And that's the first step for finding the basic solution, right? We wanted the basic solution. So now we just finished step number 1 for the basic solution. The basic solution, you only have to do a little bit more work. The main thing is to get the acidic answer. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get rid of all this junk at the top because we don't need it anymore. That was just for finding the acidic answer. So all these charges and adding them, that all goes away. You still need to keep the charges, but all the work, that goes bye-bye. Okay. So now we have this. This is our acidic answer. The next thing that you're going to do is, well, acid means H+, base means OH-. So you need to turn those H pluses, basically, you want to add OHs to as many H pluses as you have, right? That's what this says. So you're going to add OH minus to as many H plus as you have, but you got to be fair. You got to add the OH to both sides. So over here, right, and maybe if I can just remove this, because, yeah, you see how I have 4 H pluses, right? And let's just strip this away just so that it, we go back to the plus. I have 4 H pluses. So I need to add 4 OH minus. You add as many OHs as you have H pluses. So the numbers have to match. Now notice that I put it below. I didn't put like 4 OH minus because you're going to do something with this in the next step. But whatever you do on this side, you have to do on your reactant side. So I'm going to add 4 OH minus. And that's this step. That step's done. Now all you got to do is simplify and cancel out like waters, H2O. The main thing here is that whenever H plus comes in contact with OH minus, you will produce water. Now, the stoichiometry, or the numbers in the front, the ratios, is a 1 to 1 to 1. So if you have 1 H plus and 1 OH minus, you will make 1 H2O. So if you have 2 H plus and 2 OH minus, you'll have 2 H2O. So 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4, 4, 4, 5, 5, 5. How many waters are we going to make here? I have 4 H pluses and 4 OH minuses. You got it. It's 4 waters. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just cross that off, and I can just say this is the same thing as 4 H2O. So maybe I can just erase this. If you guys are using a pencil, you can just erase, right? And just, you know, because electronic is so fun, I can just erase it and then just move that into the mix, right? So I have this. Now get rid of the like waters that are on opposite sides. You now have 4 H2Os on the right side, and you have 2 H2Os on the reactant side. You get rid of them by subtraction, right? If I get rid of all of these hydrogens, right, this would be the same thing as using them up on this side. Minus 2 H2O, right? So how many waters would be left over? Well, 4 minus 2 is 2. You would have 2 H2Os left over. So I can just say, instead of the 4 H2O, it would be just 2 H2O. That's left. And then you just rewrite everything nice and pretty. So the final basic solution would be 4 OH minus plus MnO2, and that's a solid, yields MnO4 minus, and that's aqueous, plus 2 H2O, and then plus your 3 electrons. And it doesn't matter what position you have your components in, meaning you can, for your reactant side, you could put the 4 OH minus first, or you could put the MnO2 first. It really doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be this, this, and this in this order. It just matters that all 3 of these have to be on the product side. But that's it. Guys, this is the answer. Hopefully this helped. Let me know in the comments. Basic solution is a little bit more than acidic, but if you guys have that acidic answer or this acidic steps down, the basic solution will be a breeze, okay? You got this. I'm rooting for you. Good luck on your tests and quizzes, and I will see you guys all in the next video. Have a great day. Bye-bye.